Our planet has two polar realms, one at the top, the Arctic, and one at the bottom, Antarctica. Both are stunning, icy landscapes, but they're fundamentally different. The Arctic is a frozen sea surrounded by land, while Antarctica is a frozen continent surrounded by sea. This difference is why Antarctica is far colder than the Arctic. In the Arctic, winter temperatures can reach minus 40 degrees Celsius, but in Antarctica, they plunge to minus 80 or even lower. Why is there such a dramatic difference? The answer lies in geography, altitude, and the Earth's orbit. These factors combine to make Antarctica the coldest place on Earth. Let's explore how these two icy worlds are shaped by their unique environments. At the very top of our planet lies the Arctic, a region of immense beauty and critical importance to the global climate system. It's characterized by a vast ocean, largely covered in a dynamic layer of sea ice that expands and contracts with the seasons, all surrounded by the land masses of continents. This frozen expanse plays a crucial role in regulating global temperatures. The Arctic sea ice, unlike glacial ice, floats directly on the surface of the water, a constantly shifting mosaic of frozen seawater. This ocean is not isolated. It connects freely to both the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans, allowing for a constant exchange of water and energy. This interconnectedness allows the Arctic to play a vital role in moderating the climate of the entire northern hemisphere, influencing weather patterns far beyond its icy borders. Now, let's journey to the opposite end of the Earth. In stark contrast, Antarctica sits at the bottom of the world. It's not just ice, it is a massive solid landmass, a continent of rock and mountains, almost entirely buried under an immense, kilometers-thick ice sheet. This continent is truly gigantic. Its land area, larger than the continents of Europe and Australia put together, a testament to its sheer scale. The weight of millennia of snowfall has compressed into an ice sheet of staggering proportions, reaching depths of nearly 5 kilometers in some areas. Back in the Arctic, the underlying ocean acts as a crucial temperature buffer, absorbing and releasing heat. This oceanic influence prevents temperatures from plummeting to the extreme lows experienced in other polar regions. In contrast, Antarctica is geographically isolated, surrounded by the frigid waters of the Southern Ocean. The powerful Antarctic circumpolar current relentlessly flows around the continent, effectively isolating it and preventing warmer waters from reaching its shores, meaning it has no such buffering effect. As a result, the Antarctic land and its massive ice sheet are almost entirely cut off from the moderating influence of warmer ocean currents. This isolation allows the cold to intensify, creating conditions unlike anywhere else on Earth. This fundamental difference in geography and oceanic influence sets the stage for the world's most extreme and challenging climate, a stark contrast to its northern counterpart. The key to the temperature gap is how land and water handle heat. Land heats and cools quickly. Antarctica's ice reflects most sunlight and any warmth is lost fast. The Arctic Ocean, though cold, stores summer heat and releases it slowly in winter, acting like a natural radiator. Arctic sea ice is thin and floats, letting some warmth from the ocean below reach the air. In Antarctica, the ice is a thick, permanent sheet on land, with no ocean warmth beneath. This ice insulates the continent from below but does nothing to warm the air above. The result: Antarctica is a vast, high, and relentlessly cold mass. The land-ocean contrast is the heart of the polar temperature divide. Antarctica's staggering altitude plays a significant role in making it even colder than you might imagine. The sheer height of the continent contributes to its unique and extreme climate. It's the highest continent on Earth, with an average elevation of 2,500 meters above sea level. That's like stacking several skyscrapers on top of each other. This elevated position has profound effects on its temperature. High elevation means thinner air, a crucial factor because thinner air can't hold as much heat as denser air found at lower altitudes. The molecules are more spread out. As a result, warmth escapes quickly and easily from the surface of Antarctica into the upper atmosphere and then into space. It's like trying to keep warm with a leaky blanket. In contrast, the Arctic, which is primarily at sea level, has denser air that retains significantly more warmth, acting like a cozy thermal layer. Therefore, Antarctica's considerable height gives it a significant head start in the race to claim the title of the coldest place on Earth, even before considering other factors. Then there's the wind, specifically the katabatic winds. These are powerful, gravity-driven winds. They sweep down from the high central plateau towards the coast, gathering speed and intensifying the already bitter cold. These winds aren't just a gentle breeze, they can reach hurricane force, creating blizzard conditions and posing a serious threat to anything in their path. As they rush down the slopes, they relentlessly strip away any lingering warmth from the land, exacerbating the freezing temperatures. Finally, adding insult to injury, Earth's elliptical orbit around the Sun means that Antarctica's winter coincides with our planet's farthest point from the Sun, a point known as aphelion. This greater distance from the Sun results in a significant reduction in solar energy reaching Antarctica during its winter months, plunging it into prolonged darkness and further intensifying the cold. All these factors, the high altitude, the thin air, the katabatic winds, and the orbital position, combine in a perfect storm to create the most extreme cold conditions found anywhere on the planet. Antarctica is not just cold, it's a realm of cold unlike any other. It's the ultimate frozen wilderness, a place where the very limits of cold are tested and redefined. The polar regions, with their icy landscapes and extreme temperatures, present unique challenges to life. These climatic extremes shape life at the poles, dictating which species can survive and thrive in these harsh environments. The animals that call these places home have developed remarkable adaptations to cope with the cold, the ice, and the long periods of darkness. The Arctic, a realm of ice and snow, is home to iconic creatures like polar bears, masters of survival in this frozen wilderness. They are apex predators, perfectly adapted to hunting seals on the vast expanse of sea ice. And then there are the resilient foxes, their thick fur providing insulation against the biting cold. Caribou roam the tundra in massive herds, while walruses gather on the ice floes, their blubber keeping them warm in the frigid waters. These are just a few examples of the incredible animals adapted to shifting ice and ocean conditions, showcasing nature's ingenuity in the face of adversity. Antarctica, by contrast, is a land of stark beauty and isolation. Unlike the Arctic, it has no land predators, creating a different dynamic for its inhabitants. As a result, life here is overwhelmingly tied to the sea, where a rich ecosystem thrives in the nutrient-rich waters. Penguins, the iconic birds of the Antarctic, waddle across the ice and plunge into the ocean in search of food. Seals bask on ice floes, their sleek bodies perfectly adapted for swimming in the icy depths. And majestic whales, including orcas, thrive at the continent's edge, feeding on krill and fish in the productive waters. But venture inland, and you'll find that the interior is too cold and barren for most life, a vast expanse of ice and snow where only the hardiest microbes can survive. The Arctic, in contrast to Antarctica's high altitude and landmass, is a relatively warm, low-lying ocean world, influencing its climate and biodiversity. Its proximity and connection to northern continents allows for greater exchange of species and resources. Antarctica, on the other hand, is a high, isolated landmass surrounded by the Southern Ocean. This isolation, combined with its location at the bottom of the world, makes it particularly vulnerable to the powerful circumpolar currents and battered by wind. Its cold, dry, and windy conditions create a unique and challenging environment, making it a world apart from any other place on Earth. It is a true kingdom of ice, a land of extremes that pushes life to its limits. The story of Antarctica's cold is a tale of land, height, and isolation, factors that combine to create the coldest place on our planet. These frozen realms, both the Arctic and Antarctica, stand as a reminder of our planet's incredible diversity and the remarkable ability of life to adapt and persist in even the most challenging environments.